like a memory that learned to breathe. Time had closed the door on us, but love don't always leave. You stand there like a stranger now, with familiar eyes and borrowed pain. I don't know what you came here for, but my heart still feels the rain. I'm not the girl who begged before. I've learned the cost of holding on. If love comes knocking at my door, it better know what I've become. Ooh, when love finds its way back again, it don't come dressed in gold. It comes with scars and second thoughts and stories left untold. When love finds its way back again, I won't fall to my knees. I'll meet it standing where I am and ask what it wants from me. I've made my peace with lonely nights, learned how silence sounds like truth. If you're here to stay a while, you'll have to love the proof. Can you love me slow? Yeah. Can you love me real? Tell me now. Can you hold what's left of me without trying to heal? When love finds its way back again, I won't rewrite the past. I'll open up my open hands and see how long it lasts. When love finds its way back again, it won't save or condemn. It'll sit beside me quietly and learn who I Maybe love don't come to stay. Maybe it just passes through. But tonight it found its way back, and I let it tell the truth. I heard your footsteps in my mind tonight, like yesterday knocking at the door. I didn't move, I didn't hide. I've walked this hallway before. The words you left still linger here, between the walls of what we were. I learned how silence tells the truth. When love has nothing left to prove, if you're coming back to stay, you'll meet me standing, not in the way. When love learns to return again, It don't rush in like it did back then. It has to sit, it has to see who I've become, who I let me be. When love learns to knock so slow, it knows the price of letting go. I won't fall fast, I won't pretend. I'll open wide, but to the end. I loved you loud, I loved you bare, every dream laid out in the air. Now I choose my words with care. I've learned what hearts can't always share. I don't need vows that fade by dawn. I need a love that carries on. Not a fire that burns and runs, but a steady light when the night comes. If you remember calling my name, you must accept I'm not the same. When love learns to return again, it don't erase where we've been. It walks through truth, it feels the weight of every choice and every weight. When love learns the sound of time, it don't confuse the heart with signs. I won't bleed old wounds for proof. I'll give you grace, but only truth. Love ain't loud just to be heard. It don't shout the sweetest words. If it's real, it takes its breath and stands with me in life and death. So when love learns to return again, let it come clean, let it come in. Not as a promise dressed in flame, but as a truth that knows my name. When love learns to stay and see, the woman time has shaped in me. I'll open slow, I'll open true. That's how love comes back, grown and new. That's how love returns. I felt the room before I saw your face, like memory shifting in its chair. Nothing rushed, nothing reached for me. Even the air learned how to wait. I've lived with echoes long enough to know which ones still speak. Some knock just to hear themselves, some knock because they're weak. If you're standing on the other side, you'll hear how quiet I've become. Tell me what stays when the door opens, after all the leaving's done. Is it truth that learned to breathe, or just another borrowed tongue? I won't reach just to feel close again. I won't fall to remember when. If love is here to speak its name, it better know the weight I'm in. I once mistook a flame for light and burned the map I needed most. Now I read the dark with steady eyes. I trust the quiet more than hope. I don't need hands that shake with need, or vows that fade by noon. I've learned the sound of something real. It doesn't enter soon. If you've come back to ask for more, you'll have to ask me who I am. So tell me what stays when the door opens, when the past is in the room. Does it sit with all my silence, or rush to fill it too soon? I won't give skin just to feel seen. I won't bleed just to feel clean. If love is more than memory, it'll stand where I've been free. Love don't beg, love don't chase, it don't borrow another face. If it's strong, it learns my pace and waits with grace. So if something stays when the door opens, let it stay without disguise. Let it see me standing whole, not reflected in your eyes. I'll open truth, not urgency. I'll offer time, not sympathy. What walks in now must understand I'm not waiting. I am planted. Some doors open into light, some just open into air. Tonight I didn't step aside, I stayed right there. The chair across from me stayed still, like it remembered who you were. I didn't fill the empty space, I let it say what I prefer. I've learned how moments test your hands. Not everything asks to be held. Some truths arrive without a sound and settle deeper than they tell. If you're looking for who I was, you won't find her in this room. There's a space between yes and staying, where the heart learns how to breathe.
It's where love stops making promises
And start asking things of
me.
I won't move just to feel chosen. I won't bend just to belong.
If love step to this silence,
you better know where I'm from. I used to call the spark the truth. Thought fire meant something real. Now I trust the steady glow that doesn't beg me how to feel. I don't need words that circle back or hands that fear the dark. I've seen what lasts without a sound. It leaves a quieter mark. If you're hoping I will fall, you should listen how I stand. There's a space between yes and staying, where the past has no control,
where love must meet present tense.
not a story,
not a role.
I won't open just to be remembered. I won't ache to be undone.
If love wants a place beside me,
it must come as more than one. Love don't lean on yesterday. It don't borrow faith. If it's strong, it holds its ground without needing me to break. So if something moves towards staying, let it move without demand. Let it meet me in the moment, not the shape I left behind. I'll give truth without surrender. I'll give time without defense. What remains beside me now must respect the consequence. So
some go slow, you're alone and low. Simply stay.
Tonight I stood inside myself and let the silence wait. I heard your name in the quiet tonight, like an old song drifting back through time. I didn't run, I didn't cry, I just let the memory pass me by. The door you closed is still standing here, but I don't open it the same way, dear. I've learned the weight of loving slow, and the cost of words you never know. If your love comes back to me, it won't find the girl I used to be. When your love knocks softly again, I won't fall, I won't pretend. I'll stand right here, heart in my hand, and listen like a grown woman can. If your love finds its way back home, it won't be met with tears alone. I'll ask it to sit, to breathe, to stay, and tell me why it left that day. I loved you once without a shield, every truth too quickly revealed. Now I speak slow, I choose my ground. I've learned what silence really sounds. I don't need promises dressed in gold. I need a love that can't grow old. Not a fire that burns and runs, but a light that stays when the night comes.
If your love remembers my name,
it must accept I'm not the same. When your love
knocks softly again,
I won't rush, I won't bend. I've paid my dues,
I felt the strain,
I won't bleed the same old pain. If your love is here to stay, it must learn how to pray, not on its knees,
but in its ways,
in the quiet work of every day. Love don't need a shout to be real. Love don't always know how to heal, but if it's true, it'll take its time and walk beside me, line by line. So if your love comes back again,
love, let it come clean,
let it come clean,
let it come in,
not as a ghost
from yesterday,
but as a truth that's here to stay. When your love
knocks
softly again,
I'll open slow,
but I'll open then
with wiser eyes and a steadier hand.
That's how love returns to a woman who understands. If love comes back again, if love comes back again. Felt your shadow in the room tonight, like an old prayer I forgot to say. I didn't reach, I didn't run, I just just let the moment stay. Your name still lives inside these walls, between the truth and what we were. I learned that silence speaks the most, when love has nothing left to swear. If you're knocking at my door, you'll find I'm not the same as before. When love comes back quietly, it don't ask for all of me. It waits, it listens, it understands the shape of my heart, the weight of my hands. When love comes back slow and true, it knows what time can do. I won't fall fast, I won't pretend. I'll open my heart, but with an end. I loved you once without a shield, every scar left unrevealed. Now I choose what I let show. I've learned how far a heart can go. I don't need promises at dawn, I need a love that lingers on. Not a fire that burns and fades, but a steady light through darker days. If you still remember my name, you must accept I've changed. When love comes back quietly, it don't erase our history. It walks through truth, it feels the cost of everything we found and lost. When love comes back with open eyes, it don't confuse the heart with lies. I won't bleed old pain again, I'll give you truth, that's how love begins. Love don't shout to make you stay, it don't beg, it don't betray. If it's real, it learns to stand right beside me, hand in hand. So if love comes back quietly, let it come honest, let it be. Not as a dream we used to know, but as a truth that's learned to grow. When love comes back calm and wise, I'll meet it with my open eyes. That's how love finds its way again, through a woman who understands. That's how love comes back. I felt your name before I saw your face, like an old song finding its key. Time has changed the way I love, but it still remembers me. You stand there carrying your truth, like it weighs more than before. I don't reach for you like learn what waiting's for. I'm not asking you to promise, I'm not asking you to stay. I just need to know what love means. If it's knocking this way, when love comes back again, it don't come like it used to do. It don't shine, it don't pretend. It just stands there telling truth. When love comes back again, I don't fall, I don't defend. I just ask it real quietly what it wants from me in the end. I've made a home out of my scars, learned how silence feels. If you're here to hold my heart, you gotta love what's real. Can you love me slow? Can you love me true? Tell me now. Can you sit what I am without trying to change me too? When love comes back again, it don't ask to be forgiven. It just opens up its hands and stares where it's been living. When love comes back again, I don't run, I don't defend. I just let it sit beside me and breathe like an old friend. Maybe love don't come to stay. Maybe it just passes through. But tonight it came back softly, and I let it tell the truth. The clock was talking to the wall, like it knew I wouldn't answer. I've let hours pass you by when you stop asking for tomorrow. I didn't fold the way I used to, didn't reach for borrowed calm. Some nights teach you how to stand without leaning on a name. If you're calling from before, you should hear me where I'm at. What remains after the quiet finds me? When the noise has had its say. Is it love that learned to listen, or just longing in the way? I won't answer just to feel less alone. I won't trade my peace for a familiar tone. If love steps into this room, it must know how still I've grown. I once believed in open flames, thought burning men alive. Now I watch the slowest light and trust the way it survives. I don't need hands that pull me close just to prove that they exist. I've learned the truth stays longer when it's never forced or kissed. If you're hoping I'll return, you should ask who stayed behind. What remains after the quiet finds me?
When the past walks through the door,
does it sit beside my silence,
or demand a little more?
I won't open wounds for proof. I won't dress my pain as true. If a love wants to speak with me, it'll speak from something new.
Love don't hurry, love don't lean on yesterday's guarantees.
If it's real, it knows the cost of waiting where it's never lost. So if something stays when the quiet leaves,
let it stay without demand.
let it meet me where I'm rooted.
Not the ghost of who I am.
I'll give time, not certainty. I'll give space, not memory. What arrives now must be strong, enough to stand and not belong. Some answers never speak out loud. They simply remain. Tonight I didn't close the door. I let the silence explain. Heard your name in the quiet room, like a memory, learning how to breathe. I didn't turn, I didn't run, I let the moment stay with me. The past was hanging in the air, between what's gone and what's still true. Learn how silence holds its ground when love has nothing left to prove. If you're coming back this time, you'll meet a heart that knows its lines. When love comes back slow, it don't fall like it used to go. Waits, it listens, it understands the weight of truth in these old hands. When love comes back slow and sure, it knows what pain was for. I won't rush in, I won't pretend, I'll open my heart.
Let it jump in.
I loved you without a shield, every feeling out in the open. Now I choose what I reveal. I've learned how hearts get broken. I don't need words that fade by dawn. I need a a flame that burns and leaves, but a light that stays with me. If you still remember my name, you must accept I've changed. When love comes back slow, it don't erase the things we know. It walks through truth, it feels the cost of everything we found and lost. When love comes back with open eyes, it don't confuse the heart with lies. I won't bleed, oh pain again. I'll give you truth, that's where we begin. Love don't shout to make you stay. It don't beg, it don't betray. If it's real, it learns to stand right beside me, hand in hand. So when love comes back slow, let it come honest, let it grow, not as a dream from yesterday, but as a truth that shows